Have you ever wondered how ancient civilizations kept food fresh without refrigerators? It's a question that takes us back thousands of years to a time when innovation was born out of necessity. Imagine living in a world without the convenience of modern technology, where the survival of your community depended on your ability to preserve food. The ancient Egyptians, known for their monumental achievements, also mastered the art of food preservation. They developed ingenious methods to keep their food fresh, methods that have stood the test of time. Amazingly, they used clever techniques that are still effective today. From drying and salting to fermenting and storing in cool, dark places, these methods ensured that food could be kept for long periods, even in the harshest conditions. These ancient techniques were not just about survival, they were about thriving and ensuring that future generations could enjoy the bounty of their labor. The wisdom of the past continues to influence our present, showing us that sometimes the old ways are the best ways. Journey back in time with us to explore the fascinating connection between Amish food preservation and ancient Egyptian practices. The Amish, a community known for their simple, sustainable lifestyle, have adopted many of these ancient techniques. By doing so, they have created a way of life that is both practical and deeply respectful of their heritage. The parallels between these two cultures are striking, revealing a shared understanding of the importance of food preservation. You'll discover how the Amish borrowed time-tested wisdom to create a sustainable way of life that honors their heritage. Their methods of canning, pickling, and fermenting are not just about keeping food edible, they are about maintaining a connection to the past and ensuring the health and well-being of their community. The Amish way of life is a testament to the enduring value of these ancient practices, showing us that sustainability and tradition can go hand in hand. Get ready to uncover the secrets of preserving food for decades, passed down through generations. These secrets are more than just techniques. They are stories of resilience, ingenuity, and a deep respect for the natural world. As we delve into the world of food preservation, we will see how these practices have shaped cultures and communities, providing a link between the past and the present. Join us on this journey to discover the timeless art of food preservation and the incredible stories behind it. The Amish are known for their simple living, a lifestyle that is deeply rooted in their religious beliefs and cultural traditions. They have chosen to live without many of the modern conveniences that most of us take for granted, such as electricity, cars, and the internet. Instead, they rely on horse-drawn buggies for transportation and use manual tools for farming and other tasks. This way of life allows them to maintain a close-knit community and focus on what they consider to be the most important aspects of life: faith, family, and hard work. Their deep connection to nature is evident in everything they do. From the way they cultivate their crops to the way they raise their animals, the Amish have a profound respect for the land and all it provides. They believe that by working in harmony with nature, they can live a more fulfilling and sustainable life. This connection to the land is not just practical, it is also spiritual. Many Amish people see their work as a form of worship, a way to honor God by taking care of His creation. Their lives revolve around farming and preserving the fruits of their labor. Every season brings its own set of tasks and challenges, from planting and tending to crops in the spring and summer, to harvesting and preserving food in the fall. The Amish are experts in canning, drying, and fermenting fruits and vegetables, ensuring that nothing goes to waste. These skills have been passed down through generations, and they take great pride in their ability to provide for themselves and their families. For centuries, Amish communities have relied on traditional methods to keep food fresh throughout the year, using techniques that have been largely forgotten by the modern world. They store their preserved foods in cool, dark cellars, where they can last for months or even years. This not only ensures that they have enough to eat during the long winter months, but also allows them to enjoy the fruits of their labor all year round. The sight of rows upon rows of colorful jars filled with preserved fruits and vegetables is a testament to their hard work and ingenuity. Ensuring they have enough to eat during the long winter months is a crucial part of their way of life. Winter can be harsh and unforgiving, but the Amish are well prepared. Their homes are warm and cozy, filled with the comforting smells of home-cooked meals. Family meals are an important time for the Amish, a chance to come together and share the fruits of their labor. These meals are not just about sustenance, they are a time for bonding and creating memories that will last a lifetime. These practices are not just about sustenance, they are deeply intertwined with their cultural identity and values. The Amish believe in self-sufficiency and community reliance, principles that are reflected in everything they do. By growing and preserving their own food, they are able to maintain a level of independence that is rare in today's world. This independence is not just practical, it is also a source of pride and a key part of their cultural heritage. The values of self-sufficiency and community reliance are evident in many aspects of Amish life. Whether they are working together to build a barn or quilting together to create beautiful functional pieces of art, the Amish understand the importance of working together and supporting one another. This sense of community is one of the things that sets them apart from the rest of the world and allows them to live a life that is both simple and deeply fulfilling. Thousands of years ago, the ancient Egyptians faced similar challenges in preserving food under the scorching desert sun. They developed ingenious techniques like drying, salting, and fermenting to keep food from spoiling. These methods were crucial for their survival and allowed them to store food for long journeys and times of scarcity. The Egyptians' knowledge of food preservation was so advanced that they could even preserve bodies after death through mummification. While geographically worlds apart, the Amish and ancient Egyptians share a common thread: the need to preserve food for survival and cultural continuity. But how did these ancient Egyptian techniques reach the Amish? Through centuries of cultural exchange and the migration of ideas, these time-tested methods found their way into Amish communities. They recognized the wisdom in these ancient practices and adapted them to their own needs and environment. One of the key secrets behind Amish food preservation lies in understanding the science of bacterial growth. The Amish, like the ancient Egyptians, learned to control bacteria to their advantage. Drying, for example, removes moisture that bacteria need to thrive, while salt draws out moisture and creates an environment where bacteria cannot survive. Fermentation, on the other hand, utilizes beneficial bacteria to transform food and extend its shelf life. Preserving the bounty from gardens to pantries. The Amish preserve a wide array of food, from fruits and vegetables to meats and dairy products. Tomatoes are transformed into rich sauces and salsas, cucumbers become tangy pickles, and beans are carefully strung and dried for hearty winter stews. Each jar and container represents not just food but also hours of dedicated work and a deep respect for the land's bounty. Why it works: the science behind the tradition. The effectiveness of these ancient methods lies in their simplicity and reliance on natural processes. By understanding the factors that cause spoilage like moisture, oxygen, and temperature, the Amish can control these elements to prevent bacterial growth. These methods are not only effective but also incredibly sustainable, requiring no electricity or artificial preservatives. Community ties, sharing the bounty, sharing the knowledge. Food preservation is more than just a practical necessity for the Amish, it is a community affair. Neighbors gather to help each other, sharing knowledge, labor, and the fruits of their labor. These gatherings strengthen social bonds and ensure that the traditional methods are passed down to younger generations. A timeless legacy: food preservation for the future. Food preservation is an age-old practice that has been essential for human survival. From the ancient Egyptians who mastered the art of drying and salting to the Amish communities who continued to can and ferment, these methods have stood the test of time. They not only ensure that food remains edible for longer periods, but also retain its nutritional value and flavor. In a world facing environmental challenges and a growing disconnect from our food sources, the importance of food preservation cannot be overstated. Modern society often relies heavily on refrigeration and artificial preservatives, which can be energy-intensive and harmful to our health. The sight of empty supermarket shelves during crises and the impact of climate change on our fields highlight the fragility of our current food systems. The Amish and ancient Egyptian practices offer valuable lessons in sustainability and self-sufficiency. The Amish, with their deep-rooted traditions, emphasize the importance of community and working with nature. Their methods, such as canning, fermenting, and drying, are not only effective but also environmentally friendly. Similarly, the ancient Egyptians developed sophisticated techniques to store grains and other perishables, ensuring their survival through harsh seasons. These time-tested techniques remind us of the importance of preserving not just food, but also traditional knowledge and a deep respect for the natural world. By understanding and adopting these methods, we can reduce our dependence on modern technology and foster a deeper connection to our food sources. Teaching the younger generation these skills ensures that this invaluable knowledge is passed down and not lost to time. By embracing these practices, we can create a more resilient and sustainable future for generations to come. Community gardens, workshops, and educational programs can play a pivotal role in this revival. As we face the uncertainties of the future, turning to the wisdom of the past can guide us towards a more sustainable and self-sufficient way of life. Let us honor these traditions and ensure that the legacy of food preservation continues to thrive.